I feel like we were both on the same page with this, but we were both always kind of pro Dakota Mermis for the third pairing. Like even looking at last year in spots, what have we seen so far? Like why? Like we've already seen. We'll talk about it later in the show, but we've seen the events of today as we record on Wednesday. Like, what has he done to prove that they were comfortable to like start making some of these shifts?
Yeah, I mean the thing with him, like, and it was always funny. Because whenever we would get asked, like, which prospects do you think would have an actual shot at making a team or like being really hard to whatever send back down, or who's, oh my God, my internet really is not going to be good, but up one bar back up, baby. Let's go. Hanging on. Just keep hanging on here. But everyone would always bring up guys like Damon Hunt, who also is now still playing. It's crazy how many are now up playing. It's like, oh, none of them have a shot. Like, oh no, they all do.
Whoops.
all of them do. But everyone would bring up like Damon Hunt, Ryan O'Rourke, like even like people were trying to bring up like Carson Lambos, who, by the way, the little bit of Iowa I did watch, I was able to watch the past couple of days. He looked unfucking believable. Him and Masters, but like people would bring up those big flashy names, and really like Dakota Mermis has like, this is just how he plays hockey. He does it. He's very consistent in his approach where he plays super fucking hard. He defends well. And he's pretty reliable just all over the ice. He's not, I mean, he's got what, 2 goals now? Good for him, which is also very funny to me. Like,
how are you
putting up decent, well, I mean, not like crazy numbers, but like still more than I'm used to seeing. But it's crazy. It's just like seeing these guys when they get that little bit of confidence that, hey, we're calling you up. And if they can at least still feel like they're legitimately auditioning to stay up. And I mean, he's kind of just like showing out. They've obviously looked at him like, yep, we are relying on him more than like John Merrill at this point. But like for him specifically, and why it just like, why they're comfortable, is like, this is just how he's always played hockey. And like, I think it's not like he knows he's pretty aware of what his limitations are, and he doesn't try to do more than he's capable of doing. And like 98% of the time he's making the correct decision and not trying to, overcomplicate things. So he's kind of able to just be that steady presence back there where you're not really all that worried when he's on the ice if he's going to get like exposed, because generally I don't think I've ever seen him get exposed at any level, but he's always been right there. Like he's been Iowa's like most consistent best defenseman for a couple of years. So it's not that surprising. And like, again, like if they weren't so tied to some of these contracts with those defensemen coming into the year, that really did just the contracts that just did not need to get signed. The extensions that just didn't need to be, like, he was going to be absolutely like in the mix for making the team out of camp. Like if those contracts weren't there, which I mean, at this point now it doesn't matter, but like he's always been in the mix. So I'm not really that surprised by him, but even him, like he's making a few more plays than I've seen him make in the past. So, but I think just in general, it's just like he knows the exact player he is. He doesn't try to do more, and he's always just been a reliable presence in the back end. So, very happy for him too, because he's been in the AHL for a while, and my God, does he play hard! Like he was just the minutes he would put in Iowa, like absolute meat grinder shifts like every fucking game. And last year or the year before, I can't remember, there were a few full-on snap shows. Like he was the one I actually thought was gonna like try to chop the ref's head off when he got kicked out of the game. He like held his stick up. I was like, oh my God, don't do it. But he's awesome. So very happy for him too.